By October of 1988, Cory Fawcett finished medical school carrying $18,000 of student loan debt. He started his medical residency, married his fiancée, Carolyn, and then 2 weeks later,
I called her in the morning and I told her that I had atrial fibrillation, I'm in the intensive care unit.
I was a little concerned about, what would happen if he should pass away.
People can have this and live a normal life. That event created a lot more trauma in her than me.
Cory and Carolyn moved forward and started their married life together. Now that Cory was collecting a salary, the couple discussed tithing.
I knew about tithing, but I kind of thought it was for people that had their life all together.
He wasn't sure that he had enough money to continue tithing, but I wanted to tithe.
Cory was only willing to give 2% of his income to their church.
I didn't really think that us beginners who just got our first job were supposed to be tithing.
However, over time, the Fawcetts moved up to tithing 10% of Cory's income.
I was amazed that it seemed fine.
We weren't having any problem living on his income. We had everything we needed.
Within 6 months, Carolyn landed a job as a corporate accountant. The Fawcetts decided to put Carolyn's salary in savings and continue living solely on Cory's income.
We could save for the future, have a nicer life later on.
By 1993, Cory finished his residency with only $6,000 left in student debt. His next step was to become an attending surgeon. Life for the Fawcetts changed dramatically.
Cory's salary went up about 4 or 5 times what he was making.
Over the next few years, we bought a house, a motorhome. I bought into my practice. We bought a piece of property that we were going to build a house on. And within about 3 years, we went from $6,000 in debt to around $500,000 in debt.
Although Cory was making enough money to support his family comfortably, Carolyn was becoming more and more concerned over the increasing amount of debt they were racking up.
I wasn't sure why my wife was so concerned about the debt. As far as I was concerned, we could easily make the payments, so what's the big deal?
Even though Cory had only one AFib event several years earlier, their debt brought back renewed fears for his health and their livelihood.
It was very concerning that he could die and I would be responsible to repay the $500,000. And we did not have $500,000 in savings.
At a loss for what to do, Carolyn took her concerns to God.
I prayed about how we could get out of debt and ran across an advertisement for a book of how to get out of debt and showed it to my husband.
And in there, it said that we could be debt-free in just a few years if we decided to. $500,000, that just didn't make any sense, but the math worked out.
We stopped a lot of our savings and funneled the money toward the debt, knocked off one debt at a time.
In 3.5 years, the Fawcetts paid off $500,000 in debt.
Becoming debt-free was very freeing.
All through this period when we were getting out of debt, we did not stop tithing because it belongs to God.
Then in 2004, when a tsunami hit Indonesia, the Fawcetts wrote a check in support of those who were devastated by the storm. Within 2 hours of writing the check,
somebody who I had loaned money to wanted to pay off the loan. And then I went to work, and sitting on my desk was a check from an investment that I had made as a physician. I had received 30% more than I gave away. And I got goosebumps.
That was really exciting how the Lord gave us back way more than we had given.
Today, Carolyn and Cory enjoy teaching others how to become financially successful. They believe their faithful giving to God through the years has changed their lives for the better.
When we tithe, it shows God that we love Him.
90% of your income plus God is always better than 100% of your income without God. Giving changes your life.